Welcome back, everyone. Ready for another deep dive? This one, especially for you, is going to be fascinating. You've really outdone yourself with all this Mother's Day flower research, historical facts, and then this Hong Kong website about Mother's Day deliveries. So cool.
It's more than just picking a pretty bouquet.
Exactly.
It's about understanding the traditions, the history, the meaning behind these flowers. Trust me, we're going to unpack all of that today.
I love it. And, I got to say, diving into everything you sent, the first thing that jumped out, and maybe you've wondered this too, is pink carnations. Mother's Day pink carnations, they just go hand in hand, but why?
That is the question, isn't it? Is this almost like an instinct now
Yeah.
to connect the two? And actually, it all goes back to Anna Jarvis, the woman who really championed Mother's Day in the U.S.
Okay, yeah.
It was really her choice to make that the emblem of the holiday back in the early 1900s.
So she's the reason behind it all. There was a method to her floral madness.
Absolutely. A pink carnation, for her, represented that purity, the unconditional love, that everlasting bond between mothers and children. And here's the thing, carnations are known for lasting a really long time,
Oh, that's true.
especially the pink ones.
I have a-
So it was very intentional, this symbol of a mother's love that never fades.
Wow. It's amazing how a decision from over a century ago still has this hold on us,
Yeah.
like we're still buying into it.
Yeah.
It makes you think about tradition.
Yeah, absolutely.
How powerful it is.
Jarvis created, I don't think she knew it at the time, but like a floral legacy,
Yeah.
this lasting association. And it wasn't just symbolic, it was strategic. I mean, she branded a holiday with a flower.
It's true.
And it really shows how these choices, they may seem simple, can have such a ripple effect, shaping, I don't know, consumer behavior for generations to come.
It really makes you think about those forces at play, right? It's bigger than just a holiday. It's like these stories we tell ourselves, the traditions we keep alive.
Absolutely. When you think about the commercial aspect of Mother's Day, which is huge, especially in floristry, understanding the historical and cultural context, it becomes even more interesting.
Like we're learning a whole secret language, right? The language of flowers. And speaking of, I was thinking maybe we want to move beyond carnations. And this website, this Hong Kong website,
Oh, yeah?
they have options.
So many options. It's like it's like a masterclass in floral symbolism, really. It shows you how different flowers can really tap into a whole range of emotions. So it's not just a gift, it's really personal.
It's true. Okay, so let's get into some of these. So roses, classic, right? Like, I feel like any romantic occasion you see roses. But for Mother's Day, does it hit different?
Roses are so interesting because they're so versatile. But for Mother's Day specifically, it tends to be more that classic love, admiration. Pink especially really aligns with the whole theme of the day. White roses too.
Yeah.
Purity, respect, kind of like a reverence for your mother.
Wow. I'm already rethinking I'll just grab a bright bouquet strategy. Okay, what about lilies? Those have always felt so elegant to me.
Yes.
It's like something you'd see in a palace garden.
Absolutely. Lilies, especially white lilies, they're linked to devotion, purity. A lot of cultures actually see them as this symbol of deep respect, even reverence. So a very thoughtful choice for Mother's Day. And it's interesting, lilies have a long history of being associated with motherhood, with femininity, even going back to ancient mythology.
Wow, so much history in just like one flower. Okay, now for a little luxury, they've got orchids listed. Those always feel like a splurge, I've got to say. What are those saying when you send them?
Orchids are they're on another level. They're exotic, they're sophisticated, and a lot of times people see them as a symbol of strength, of beauty, and refinement. So on Mother's Day, you're really saying you're one of a kind. You appreciate the finer things in life.
Yes, it's like a bouquet that says, "You're extraordinary." Right, okay, then there are hydrangeas. I don't know, I see those, I just think like joy, abundance. What's
Yeah.
the symbolism there?
It's true. Hydrangeas just have that feeling, and they really embody that sense of gratitude, grace, heartfelt emotion. Visually, they make a statement, too.
Oh, yeah.
Big, full blooms. So it's like saying thank you with a bouquet that's bursting with life.
Oh, I love that. Okay, so we're not just sending flowers, we're speaking this whole language, but how do you know you're picking the right color? I mean, we've talked about pink a lot, but are there any, I don't know, rules when it comes to colors?
It's a great question. Color symbolism in flowers is a whole other layer. Pink, you're right, it's huge for Mother's Day, but there's room to play. White, we talked about, it's that purity, the respect, but it can also be about new beginnings.
Oh, yeah.
which for mothers can be very meaningful. And then if you want that luxurious, sophisticated vibe, purple is great. But honestly, it's really about what resonates with you. Think about your relationship with your mother and go with colors that feel right.
Okay, so we're talking about all this symbolism and these gorgeous colors, but are we sure these bouquets are going to last? I'd hate to send something that, wilts before my mom even gets to enjoy it. And speaking of this Hong Kong website, they seem very, on top of the delivery aspect.
Yeah, you definitely don't want your flowers dying prematurely. That defeats the purpose.
Right.
But the good news is some of the most meaningful choices are also the longest lasting. Carnations, for instance.
Oh, really?
With the right care, they can last for weeks.
No way. So they're practical, too. I love it. So we've got the meaning and the longevity with carnations. What about the others? Are there any other, longevity superstars in the mix?
Definitely. Orchids, those are known for their staying power. They can bloom for weeks and weeks. Minimal care. So they'll be a nice reminder of your thoughtfulness.
I like it. What about hydrangeas?
Even those big, beautiful hydrangeas, those can last a good while if you take care of them right.
Wow. Okay. So we've learned a lot. We've covered so much.
We really have.
We went from the history of pink carnations to symbolism across the globe and even dove into logistics. And all thanks to this Hong Kong website, right?
Absolutely. It
Right.
just goes to show something as, I don't know, seemingly simple as sending flowers.
Yeah.
There's this whole world behind it. History, culture, even economics. It's pretty fascinating.
It really is. And it makes you realize we shouldn't underestimate the power of flowers.
Absolutely not.
Like a well-chosen bouquet. That's a statement.
Mhm.
So, listeners, next time you're picking out flowers, remember what we've learned. There's a whole universe of meaning there waiting to be discovered. This was fun. Who knew learning about Mother's Day flowers could be this interesting?
It's a fascinating topic.
It is. All right, until next time, everyone, happy gifting.